Today on Rappler, the Foreign Affairs Department tells Filipinos in the standoff in Saba to leave peacefully. ABS-CBN Chair Gabby Lopez posts bail for libel filed by rival network GMA7. And Manila Vice Mayor Isko Moreno says his arrest is politically motivated. Hello, I'm Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. The Department of Foreign Affairs asks the group of Filipinos who crossed into the Malaysian state of Saba to, quote, leave peacefully to prevent further bloodshed. The group crossed into Saba last week, claiming they want to reclaim their territory. On Sunday, Sulusol Tanjamalul Kiram says his followers, some 400 people including 20 gunmen, will not leave despite being cornered by security forces. Kiram says, why should we leave our own home? Nobody will be sent to the Philippines. The Islamic Sultanate once controlled parts of Borneo, including the site of the standoff. Its heirs receive a nominal yearly compensation package from Malaysia under a long-standing agreement for possession of Saba. Our social media post of the day comes from Facebook user Jojo Dequina Jr. He says in Filipino, this statement from DFA shows the government is afraid of what could happen. They always put economy at the forefront and pay little to no attention to security and sovereignty. For the second consecutive day, unfavorable weather delays the start of the USS Guardian salvage operations into Bataha Reef. Philippine Coast Guard officials say operations were expected to begin at 6 a.m., but rough seas and strong wind did not allow the JASCON 25 crane ship to approach the American minesweeper stuck on the reef. JASCON 25 will be the lead crane ship after the SMIT Borneo was unable to successfully anchor in deep water to prevent further damage to the reef. Authorities say they're now trying to tow both crane ships closer together to facilitate transfer of personnel and salvage equipment. Under the original salvage plan, the cranes were supposed to lift the whole USS Guardian from the reef, but the U.S. Navy later changed its mind and decided to dismantle the minesweeper and transfer the sections to a barge with the cranes without moving the vessel to minimize damage to the coral. The minesweeper ran aground a month ago inside the protected area of the Marine Park. The Quezon City Regional Trial Court issues a warrant of arrest against ABS-CBN Chairman Gabby Lopez III and 12 other former and current executives and employees of the network over libel charges filed by rival network GMA7. Lopez posts bail at a Quezon City court on Monday. Libel is now a criminal offense. The bail was 20,000 pesos for 2 counts of libel. 12 others are included in the warrant. 6 of them no longer work for ABS-CBN. On July 27, 2004, GMA7 sued ABS-CBN for airing reports accusing GMA7 of, quote, stealing and pirating exclusive footage taken of the arrival of overseas Filipino worker Angelo de la Cruz after he was released by Iraqi militants in 2004. The Court of Appeals dismissed the case in 2011. The decision affirmed the 2010 ruling in favor of ABS-CBN's petition to junk the case. But Justice Secretary Laila de Lima ordered prosecutors to file the libel charges against ABS-CBN in January 2012. De Lima said GMA7 showed all 4 elements that constitute the crime of libel. Majority of the respondents already posted bail. ABS-CBN's lawyer says the network will ask the court to suspend the arraignment. In 2004, ABS-CBN also filed a case against GMA7 for copyright infringement. The case is pending before the Supreme Court. ABS-CBN issues a statement saying GMA7's libel charge has, quote, no basis. The network spokesman says it is unfortunate that the respondents are being pilloried as criminals when in fact it was ABS-CBN whose rights were violated. Manila Vice Mayor Isko Moreno says his arrest for alleged illegal gambling is a preview of a heated campaign period in Manila. The campaign period for local candidates officially starts on March 29th. Moreno and his running mate, former President Joseph Estrada, are up against Manila Mayor Alfredo Lim and Manila Councilor Lou Veloso. In a phone interview Monday, Moreno says, "Is that a warning to shut our mouths in campaigning? This is just a prelude." The campaign period has not even started yet. On Saturday, Moreno and 5 Manila City councilors are arrested after sponsoring a bingo game in Santa Cruz, Manila. They were brought to the Manila Precinct 3 after a fight broke out. They were released after about 12 hours because of lack of evidence. In media interviews, Moreno hinted it was Lim who ordered the arrest. Lim and Manila policemen denied the charge, with Lim saying he will resign if Moreno proves he ordered the arrest. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa on Monday raises storm signals over 4 areas because of Tropical Depression Krising. Signal number 1 is up over Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur, Davao Oriental, and Compostela Valley. In a 4 p.m. bulletin, Pag-asa says the Tropical Depression is estimated at 750 kilometers southeast of General Santos City. In a phone interview with Rappler, Pag-asa forecaster Fernando Cada says Krising will likely make landfall on Wednesday in Davao Oriental and Davao del Sur. Krising will hit areas already devastated by Typhoon Pablo in late 2012. Pope Benedict XVI begins a week-long spiritual retreat Monday ahead of his resignation on February 28th. The Pope will be praying together with the Roman Curia in a private chapel in his residence. After the retreat, Pope Benedict will celebrate his final Sunday prayer on February 24th and hold a last audience for the faithful on February 27th. The conclave to elect his successor may begin earlier than expected. Vatican spokesman Federico Lombardi says several cardinals raised the possibility of starting the conclave in early March. It will bring together the world's 117 cardinal electors in the Sistine Chapel to elect the new leader of the Catholic Church. The New York Times says the process would involve the cardinals measuring each other's, quotes, characters, talents, and experiences, but also geography, doctrinal approach, and style. Well, let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 1, the World Health Organization urges countries to be vigilant about the spread of a potentially fatal SARS-like virus. This comes after British health authorities confirm a new case of virus transmission, bringing the global number to 12. 5 of them are reported fatal, 3 in Saudi Arabia and 2 in Jordan. The WHO says patients with severe respiratory illnesses should be tested for the new coronavirus. At number 6, police find a bloody cricket bat in the home of Olympic star and Paralympian athlete Oscar Pistorius 2 days after he's charged with murder. Police are investigating whether the bat was used to assault Steenkamp or if she used it to defend herself. At number 8, the son of a scholar gets 6 months in prison for waging an internet war against his father's academic rivals. Rafael Haim Golb created more than 80 online aliases to promote his father's views about the Dead Sea Scrolls. In the process, he also impersonated other scholars and stole their email identities. Discovered in the mid-20th century, the Dead Sea Scrolls are 2,000-year-old texts and fragments discovered in caves near Qumran. And at number 9, just a day after a meteor strikes Russia, an asteroid half the size of a football field flies past the Earth. Asteroid 2012 DA-14, measuring 45 meters in diameter, goes 27,000 kilometers above the Earth. The first time an asteroid of its size came this close to Earth. The event is captured on camera by Mark Vorn Hewson, who shot about 300 photographs of the asteroid at about 3:30 a.m. Saturday in Makati. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Reader's Digest publisher RDA Holding Company files for bankruptcy to cut its $465 million debt and focus on electronic media. Bloomberg reports RDA Holding Company lists assets and debt of more than $1 billion each in Chapter 11 documents. This is the second time the company filed for bankruptcy. In August 2009, it cited a drop in advertising funds and $800 million debts. Bloomberg quotes Reader's Digest's Chief Executive Officer Robert Guth as saying the magazine, quote, sold more digital editions in December than we did newsstand editions. Reader's Digest joins Newsweek in shifting to an all-digital format. Newsweek ended its print run in October 2012. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that receive the most votes on the mood meter. If we take a look today, the story, salvage operations to begin, in Tubataha, well, this one was interesting. 10% afraid, 31% annoyed, 10% angry, and 37% happy. On Saba, on the standoff in Saba, you've got, on the standoff in Saba, you've got, we won't leave Saba, says Sultan, 48% happy, 16% annoyed. And on Isko Moreno's arrest over the weekend, you've got 7% angry, 26% annoyed, 13% amused, 44% happy. These green circles contributing to the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. Well, that's Rappler's Newscast for today, Monday, February 18th, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.